Oh, you see the glue coming out, it's so cool. What the literal heck is it? Hello, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for being here. That was super sweet of you. You guys, welcome to my new freaking apartment. If you can hear the train, that's great. I live so close to the train now. I can literally see it from my window. It is excellent. Oh my gosh. If you missed my last chatty get ready with me, I moved literally not far at all, within walking distance from my last space. Still very much rocking it out in Queens, New York and loving every second of it, but we got a new apartment. We went from a studio to a 1-bedroom and we're loving it so much. Bert is freaking loving it. Can you see him in the background here? I'll try to zoom in. He's resting. We got a new mattress. It's queen size. You can see the little man is turned around. He's resting. You can also see me looking great hunched over in the mirror over there because our closet doors are mirrored. I'm figuring out the setup, you guys. You gotta bear with me for the next couple of videos. I'm also sitting on a milk crate. Want to see a little behind the scenes for you here? Sitting on a milk crate because I threw away my old bench because it was dirty and gross. And yeah, we're still working on getting furniture right now. So it's been a little eclectic. It's been a little wild lately, but I'm so excited to be back filming again. The last few videos you saw from me, I pre-filmed last week, which I never pre-filmed anything because I like to be right here, right now, in the moment with you guys. Why do I seem like I've had 8 cups of coffee when I've only had 2? But I'm very energetic, very happy to be here, very happy to be back, and I missed you guys so much. But that's not what this video is about. You did not click on this video to find out how cool my new apartment is, and if you did, oh my gosh, how sweet. You guys, you guys are so sweet. Thank you for being so sweet. No, you clicked on this video because you, like me, have an interest in all of the new makeup I tried in March. So I've been doing this series on my channel every month this year so far, so pat on the back for that. A lot of makeup YouTubers do this makeup roundup, and I've been doing them monthly so I can talk about all of the makeup I bought and all of the makeup that I got, because I have been receiving a teensy bit of PR, which is so freaking cool, and I'm very grateful for it. So I definitely want to give you full transparency, tell you all of the makeup that I bought with my own money, as well as makeup that was sent to me, and just kind of give you rapid fire reviews and tell you everything that I've tried, because I'm also on a makeup low buy this year, so I've been trying not to buy a lot. So when I do buy things, you know, I really think about them. I really use my noggin before I buy things. So I definitely want to fill you in on everything I've been trying. So if that sounds like a topic that is interesting to you and you want to hear about all of the new makeup I tried in the month of March, then I encourage you to please subscribe and keep on watching. It's coming at you right now. Alright, so let's start off with the makeup that I bought with my own hard-earned money over this last month. It's mostly replacements. I ran out of a few things last month, so I had to buy a few replacements. And the first thing I'll talk about is the e.l.f. Luminous Putty Primer. So, spoiler alert, I'm gonna talk about it in my Project Pan video, probably on Wednesday, but I have an empty for this month. Yay! Everybody loves a makeup empty. Yes, we love makeup empties. But I finally finished my e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer, which I freaking loved, and I was very curious to try the Luminous Putty Primer. A lot of you guys told me to get the 3-pack because I guess e.l.f. makes like a set of minis with the Luminous and the Poreless and the oil one, or the oil blocking, whatever it's called one, and I wanted to do that, but Amazon didn't have that, and I waited too long, and I didn't have time to wait for like Walmart or Ulta to ship it. You guys, I waited too long, okay? I gotta be better about ordering things before I run out of them, because what I do is I wait until I'm totally out, and then I'm like, oh no, I don't have anything. Okay, I need to do 1-day shipping on Amazon, and that's what happened. But I got the Luminous Putty Primer. Show the product right side up, will ya? I get the Luminous Putty Primer, and I like it. I know some of you guys warned me that there might be some glitter in it, and there's definitely like some shimmer in it. Like, let me see, do you think we can get it to show up on camera? We're certainly gonna try. I don't know if you can see that. Maybe I'll do a swatch. I don't know. Do you think you'll be able to see in a swatch? My hands are so dry. Please excuse that. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like you can kind of see there's like some sheen there. I am wearing it today under my Milk Flex Stick foundation. I'm also wearing my Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter for Hollywood Superstar Youth Glow. So we got a lot of glowy products going on. But I like it. And the thing you have to remember is my skin is so unbelievably dry that I feel like I can get away with super glowy products like this without making my face look like the Tin Man, you know? But I think if you have oily skin, this might not be your favorite because it definitely does add some sheen. Like I said, it's a sheeny product. I think I prefer the texture of the original Poreless Putty Primer better. Like when I finish this, I will definitely repurchase the Poreless and not the Luminous again. So do I like it? Yes. Do I regret purchasing it? Absolutely not. But I would say if you are between the two, even if you have dry skin like me, just stick with the Poreless Putty Primer. It's still very hydrating. It supposedly has squalane in it, which I always forget. I think squalane comes from olives. I think there's another version that comes from sharks, but we don't mess around with the version that comes from sharks. Leave those sharks to be. Squalane is very hydrating. We love squalane. I always look for it in my skincare products. It's in my sunscreen right now. So I love products with squalane in it. I don't know if the Luminous has it in it, but I like the Poreless better. I've been rambling about primers for a long time, which is freaking wild for me because I used to not give a dang about primers, but now I do, and the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer rocks, so you should get that one if you were between that and the Luminous, but I also like the Luminous. Okay, that's enough about primers. Let's talk about something else I bought this month. I want to talk to you about this NYX Brow Glue. I replaced my e.l.f. Wow Brow with this because I ran out of the e.l.f. Wow Brow. It's a fiber brow gel, tinted, loved it for the time being. But lately, I've just been, you know, looking for more of a brow glue situation. You know, people are very into using like hair gel in their brows. I know a lot of people use the Got2b glue in their brows, which I've been super intrigued by for a long time, but just like intimidated how to go about it, you know? Because I'm like, should I buy a spoolie separate? How do I do it? Do I do it on the back of my hand? What do I do? So this looked like a less intimidating version of that to start with, and I love it. I mean, you guys, look at my freaking brows. Look at how glued these are, and these will stay in place, which I love because I have relatively sparse brows, but the hairs get very long and they're very unruly. So like as I'm going about my day and moving about, my brows hairs will just be in all different directions, and I haven't really found a brow gel that kept them in place yet, except for the NYX Brow Glue. The only thing I will say is the color is a little unsightly at the moment. It's not just because of my background, it is actually gray, and that is because I go over my brow pencil with it, so the colors mix together a little bit, which isn't the end of the world. I don't hate it, it's just a little gross to look at. Now what I'm curious about is when I finish this, I kind of want to see if maybe then I'll buy the Got2b glue and then I'll refill this with that, because I really like the brush on this. Wait till you see this, look how cool. Oh, you can see the glue coming out, it's so cool. But it's a sweet little brush, it's a really good size, kind of the same sort of brush as like a Glossier Boy Brow, like that type of brush is what I would compare it to. So I really like the shape of this brush and everything. I think it's a little pricey, like I think I got it for $6 on Amazon, but I want to say the full price of this is $8, which to not get that much product, I mean it's 5 grams of product, is that a lot? I don't know. I'll put on the screen what's normally in my e.l.f. Wow Brow, and that's $4. So I don't know, do you guys feel like NYX has been upping their prices lately? I feel like everything from NYX keeps getting more and more expensive, and I don't really know what that's about, and I don't care for it. But I do really love the NYX Brow Glue. At this point, I think I would buy it again, but I'm also curious to see if I could just refill it with a hair gel. I don't know, we'll see. Do you have any advice? Have you used Got2b glue on your brows? Did it work well for you? I would love to know everything about your brow routine because I'm very passionate about brows. Brows are like, if I have time to do one step in my makeup routine, I will do brows. I will always make time for brows because I love the way my brows look when they're done. So yeah, I tried the NYX Brow Glue this month, and so far it's 2 thumbs up from this gal. Okay, the last 2 things I bought this month, I'll talk about real quick. It seems like I bought a lot. I bought a lot of like inexpensive items this month. Like I said, this was $6. What was the first thing I talked about? How could I already forget? What was the first thing I talked about? Don't drag your thumbs! Sorry, we're on camera. Oh my goodness. Well, I don't remember what the first thing I talked about was. Oh, it was the e.l.f. Putty Primer. So I spent $8 on the e.l.f. Putty Primer, $6 on the NYX Brow Glue, and then I spent $6 on the L'Oreal Voluminous Curve Brush Mascara. This used to be my favorite mascara from L'Oreal, and I like it because it has a nice curved brush like this. and I wanted to try it again because I had run out of my Essence Lash Princess, and I was like, you know what, L'Oreal used to be my absolute favorite. Let's revisit it, see if it's still my favorite. And I'm happy to report back that I like the Essence better still. Now this is good. If you're at the drugstore and they don't have Essence at your drugstore and you really need to get a mascara in a pinch and your drugstore just kind of has, you know, more of a basic selection, the L'Oreal Voluminous Mascara is amazing. It's a really good mascara. I do just still slightly prefer the Essence one. I find the Essence is a little more voluminous than this. This one gives volume, but this one just gives so much volume. And they also have a version with a curved brush, which I like a lot. Granted, it's only like a $1 price difference, so price-wise they're kind of similar, but obviously L'Oreal is not cruelty-free, so if you are cruelty-free, I think Essence is comparable, but even a little bit better. So that was cool for me to figure out, but obviously I've still been finishing it up to get through it, and I think it makes my lashes look pretty good. You know, they look good, they look separated for the most part, pretty voluminous, but I just like my Essence a little better. All right, and then the other lash product I got some freaking falsies. Ignore these ones in the middle. These are leftover from... Oh, do you want to leave? I can let you out. I can let you out. Sorry, I had to let Bird out. Yet another very chaotic video for me. But yeah, so these lashes are from an old lash pack that I just brought over to here. They're so large. I don't really like these. But I got the Ardell Demi Wispies this month because I wanted to give false lashes yet another try. You guys, I really want to make false lashes work for me. And I think that I can, but I'm still struggling. I like the style of these. I definitely find that the Demi Wispies blend in with my regular lashes the most out of any false lash that I've tried. I just still really struggle to apply them. I struggle to get close enough to my lash line that you don't see the space in the middle. And if I were to wear black eyeliner more, then it wouldn't be an issue, but you guys know me. I'm more into colorful eyeliner lately, so I just have trouble getting it close enough to the lash line. I gotta keep practicing. I'm gonna keep practicing false lashes, okay? I'm committing to you. Last month in my February makeup roundup, I came to you wearing these lashes and everyone was like, oh my gosh, look at you in lashes. It looks so good. And I was like, dang it. I mean, I appreciate the compliment. Thank you so much. But yeah, lashes, I don't always have the patience for them, you know? But I want to get better. It was a goal of mine for 2021 to finally get good at false lashes. So I'm going to keep working at these. But I think I got this whole 6-pack for like $6 or $8. I'll put the right number on the screen, but very affordable set of lashes, and I like them so far. All right, so now we've talked about all of the makeup that I bought in March, and now let's talk about the makeup that I got in March. Makeup that I received in PR. I think this happened at the end of February, maybe the beginning of March, but Midas Cosmetics, one of my favorite indie brands, was kind enough to add me to their PR team. Huzzah! Thank you, Midas Cosmetics. We love you so much. I know I stumbled through that sentence. I love Midas, so very grateful to be added to their PR team, and they sent me my first PR package this month. And I was lucky enough to get to try the new Genesis palette, which, oh my gosh, if you missed my video on this, what the heck are you doing? Go watch it. It's so good. The palette is so good. The video is good too, but the palette is really good. And I have loved playing with this over the last month. I've created quite a few cute looks with it. Here's the blue smoky eye I did in my review video. Ugh, I love that. I could wear that look every day. I love a blue smoky eye. That is so, so pretty. And then I also created this more springtime look in my last Get Ready With Me, where I utilize these colors a lot. It's just a really pretty palette. I feel like it's a more approachable version of the Natasha Denona Circo Loco palette, and I said that in my initial review video for this. Like, I know that the colors aren't exactly the same, but I think that you can dupe the vibes with this palette. Like, I think if you just switch out the oranges in the Natasha Denona palette for the more browny toned oranges in this palette, they're pretty similar, but I prefer Midas's eyeshadow formula to Natasha Denona, and it's significantly cheaper. So you can also use my discount code Giovanna to save 20% off. That is an affiliate code. I promise I would not talk about any of these products if I didn't absolutely love them. I'm under no obligation to talk about them whatsoever. So I'm talking about this because I think it's great. They also did it in collaboration with Drench Cosmetics, which is a brand that I had been dying to try, and now that I've tried this, I'm definitely gonna go back and get more. So I was thrilled I got to try the Genesis palette in March, and I do recommend it. All right, and another palette that Midas was kind enough to send me in my PR package was their Midas Cosmetics Artistry Volume 1.2 palette. So this is one of their pastel palettes, and what I love about Midas's pastel palettes is they offer them in 2 versions. So I have version 1.2. They also have Volume 1, I think it's called, and my version is the version intended for more light to medium skin tones, and they also have a version that's intended for for more deep to rich skin tones, which is amazing because pastels are not all created equal. So I really like that Midas has a version of their pastel palette that has richer pastels in it that are gonna really show up well on deeper skin tones, as well as this version, which I even feel like this version has really vibrant pastels. I'm wearing the palette today, of course. I'm wearing these two shades on my eyes today. I'm wearing the purple and kind of this corally pinky shade. I'm also wearing a little bit of this shimmer on my lids. Oh my gosh, this shimmer, if I had to pick one shimmer to wear for the rest of my life, it would be this. And I know that sounds dramatic, but I'm not being dramatic because it's so pretty. I'll try to do a swatch for you. This shade is, what the literal heck is it? I don't even know what it is. It has like a gold to purpley to pinky shift. It looks wet. It's pure metallic shimmery goodness. I want to drench myself in this. The shade is called Good Vibes, and Good Vibes is an apt name for Midas Cosmetics because it's good indeed. I love this shade so much. I really am enjoying the Midas Artistry Volume 1.2 palette so far. I like that it's just a very concise 6-pan pastel palette. I feel like if you've been looking for a pastel palette, this is a really good option. It's at a very affordable price point too. And what I love about Midas is you can always use somebody's discount code. Even if you don't want to use my discount code, 20% off is so significant and makes such a big difference. I love that they offer 20% off discount codes. So if you don't want to use code Giovanna, use code garbage. Use Teresa's Dead's code, or use Smokey Glow's code, use Abby Williams's code. Use somebody's code. Save money, okay? Because 20% off is nothing to shake a stick at, and I really like this palette, so I'm so happy I got to try it this month. Bertie, do you want to say hi, my sweet boy? Do you want to say hi to the people? Oh, no. Okay. He did not want to say hi to you guys. I'm really sorry about that. Sorry, bird. You don't have to say hi. You just went to hang out by my feet. Okay, a couple more things that Midas was kind enough to send to me were some of their brushes. These aren't all their brushes, but they sent me some of their face brushes, which I've really been enjoying. Spoiler alert, I enjoyed everything they sent to me. Sorry. I didn't enjoy everything equally though, so I will be honest with you. This blush brush, would die for this blush brush. I love this blush brush. Try saying that 5 times fast, Bert. He can't say anything. He's a cat, he just meows. But I love this blush brush. It's huge. I love how massive it is, and it's so soft. And I love that I can cover like this entire area of my face with blush, because the way I like to apply blush is I like to do my bronzer and contour and highlight and then go over it all with blush so that it ties it all together. So I love that I can cover like the entire surface area of my cheeks with this brush. It's so great. I've also been really enjoying the bronzer brush because it's also a very good size. It's not as big as the blush brush, but it's like the perfect size and shape for bronzer, because you can really just get in this area very nicely with it. And they're all so soft, just such soft brushes. They also sent me this contour brush, which is the perfect shape to like just hug my cheekbones like this. Also, this powder brush is really good for getting into the corners of your eyes. I've been loving setting my concealer with this. It's been so nice. The only brush I haven't super found a use for yet is this highlighter brush, just because it's a little big for my face. Although someone was kind enough to recommend on my review talking about these that I use this as a blush brush, and I thought what a good idea, because this also seems like it would be good for blush. So I'm gonna try that and get back to you guys on this, but I really love the Midas face brushes so far. I mean, they're so freaking soft, and they're at a really good affordable price point too. I think the set of 5 for these is like $35, which for the quality, incredible. And like I said, you get 20% off of people's codes, so you save even more money that way, and I'm just a really big fan. Although there was one product that I didn't love. They sent me a brow pencil that I misplaced in the move. I can't find it right now, but I'll put a picture of it here. It's their Crown brow pencil. I really like the tip of this brow pencil. It gave me super fine lines. Actually, here's a picture of my eye from the day that I tried it for the first time, and the brow-like strokes are like, but unfortunately I don't like the shade, and I'm not really sure what shade to get because they had a dark brown and I think the next shade was black. And the dark brown was just a little too red for me. I prefer more of a cool tone brow pencil. My favorite brow pencil is the L'Oreal Brow Stylist Definer in the shade Dark Brunette, because it's super cool / neutral tone brown, and it just is the most flattering on my brows. So I'm very picky about brow shades though, but I might try the soft black and see how that works. I don't know, just the words soft black are like a little intimidating, because I'm like, my hair is not black, even though it probably looks black on camera. It's very dark brown. So I don't know. I gotta do a little more fiddling with that, finding the right shade for me. All right, so that's all of the new makeup that I tried over the month of March, and since it's officially been 3 months into my makeup low buy, I thought it would be fun to do a little check-in. So far I found my makeup low buy to be relatively easy. I just feel like there haven't been a ton of makeup releases this year that I've been super excited about. I feel like there was the new KVD foundation that I was excited about, but then, I don't know, I feel like when I watched reviews of people that I know and trust trying it, they were just kind of okay about it, which deterred me from buying it. It also sold out everywhere, so I didn't even have a chance to buy it, which is great. That's a good strategy I have. If you were looking to start a makeup low buy and you're like, oh no, it's gonna be too hard, try not to feed into that mentality of like the exclusivity, getting something as soon as it comes out or as soon as it's popular. So like, even if there is something I think I want to buy, I make sure I don't buy it right away, or I never even get it into my head that I'm gonna buy it right when it launches, and I always wait, because usually if you wait a couple weeks, the hype will die down and everyone will stop talking about it and you realize that it was just an overhyped product and you don't need to get it. Also, yeah, aside from the KVD thing, there hasn't really been a lot coming out that I super wanted. I mean, indie brands, they always get me. I always want stuff from indie brands, but I've been trying to do more so this year of trying to dupe palettes in my own collection before I buy things. So like the Kaleidos Angelica Nyquist Club Nebula palette I really wanted, but then I duped it in my own collection and I realized that I already had most of the shades. You can check out that video down below if you like to. That was super fun. I also did the same thing with the Midas Cosmetics Flight Club palette. I really wanted that one, but I realized I could basically dupe it myself. I also did it with the ColourPop Lizzie McGuire palette. I've been having so much fun with the duping videos. Do you guys like eyeshadow palette duping videos? If you have any palettes that you want me to try to dupe, please drop them down below, because I love to dupe the eyeshadow palettes. It's so fun for me. So yeah, that's been helping with my makeup low buy a lot. I feel like last year I bought so much stuff, and that's why it has made my 2021 makeup low buy pretty easy, because I just bought so much last year that I still feel like I'm decluttering more than I'm buying. Somebody commented this on one of my last videos, I can't remember which one, but I found it really helpful. But they said that they like for every product in their makeup collection to be something that they absolutely love, and that's what helps them to declutter things and to not buy a bunch of new makeup, because they really want to make sure that they love every single item in their collection. And that's been super motivating for me to not buy new things, because I really try to make sure that it's gonna be something I absolutely love. I watch so many reviews on something before I buy it, oh my gosh. And yeah, that's how my makeup low buy has been going. It's been going great. I'd give it 2 thumbs out of 2 thumbs up. So that's a good rating for sure. Alrighty, and with that, we have reached the end of my March makeup roundup. That is all of the makeup I bought in March, all of the makeup I got in March, and how I'm feeling about my makeup low buy for 2021. So I'd love to hear what new makeup you guys bought in the month of March, and I would love to hear if you're on a makeup low buy too this year, or are you on a no buy? Oh my gosh, if you're on a no buy, that is like so impressive. I couldn't commit to the no buy my first year, because this is my first year doing a low buy. I might do a no buy for like a month in the year, you know, maybe I'll like pick a month and I won't buy anything for that month. I don't know if I could commit to a whole year. I'm a makeup lover. If an indie makeup brand comes out with something I really want, I don't think I'll be able to resist it. But the low buy has been going really well for me, so I'm really happy with that, and I hope you like this video. If you liked it, give it a big thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, turn on the notification bell so you never miss a new upload, although I do upload every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Check out my description box for all of the makeup on my face today, as well as all the makeup that I mentioned today. Also in my description box, I'll have a bunch of Black Lives Matter resources, as well as resources to help support the Asian American community. So please click on those links if you haven't yet. And I thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video, hopefully in a better setup. Maybe I won't be sitting on a milk crate next time. I'll probably be sitting on a milk crate next time, but maybe I'll have an ottoman soon. Who knows? Subscribe to find out. Okay, I'll see you later. Bye!